just thought I'd make an actual totally different vlog to this channel. So recently, a friend of mine was talking to me about that she'd like to learn to drive, but herself having autism and also anxiety like myself, she finded like just the thought of learning to drive really stressful. So I just wanted to talk about like when I learnt to drive, how stressed I felt, and like how it felt, how it basically feels being able to drive and go places on my own, because without that actual found freedom, like literally half the things I do these days, I wouldn't have been able to have done, which makes it actually feel quite proud. And it's actually good to be proud of something in your life, because sometimes you just feel like I'm not proud because things don't go to plan on that. But I'm actually proud of a few things to do with my driving. Like, I actually now go on the motorway on my own, which when I first passed my test, motorways were out of bounds because of my anxiety with my driving. So, yeah, that's a good thing. I've been able to conquer my anxiety in my own car and get over that, so I can actually go and enjoy the freedom of what it's actually like to drive, because anxiety and autism and that all affects all this. But what I'd say, if you're like myself and you've got a form of anxiety or autism and you're thinking of learning to drive, don't hesitate to learn. Just get out there and go and take your first lesson. Like, there actually are some instructors out there that specialise in special needs, which I went with one. But it all depends on where you live. If you live near the Birmingham area, please comment below and I'll let you know the instructor that I went with, because I do thoroughly recommend him. But obviously, if you don't live in that area, I'm really sorry, but I don't know of an instructor that might be able to help you with this. But I just thought I'd talk about autism, anxiety, and driving, because I just thought this would be a nice new addition to my blogging channel for someone that is quite a new driver themselves, but actually has had autism and anxiety throughout their learning journey. Which, yeah, who would have actually thought autistic people would actually be able to drive a car? Well, years ago, I actually thought I would never be able to drive. I thought I've got no chance of ever being able to drive, because I just felt like I'd never got the skills and I'd never be able to concentrate for that long. Because actually driving, there is actually a lot to look at that sometimes you actually won't realise till you actually get in a car and start learning for yourself. Because I didn't realise how much there was to actually deal with in a car till I started doing my own lessons, and I thought, oh my god, I'm never going to be able to pass. But okay, guys, don't let yourself get down, because you can get there. I got there myself. Okay, I didn't pass first attempt, which would have been nice. But even if you don't pass first attempt, there is things to go about it. I might actually do an additional blog about that, because there's a certain website that I use, and I feel like if I do an additional blog about failing a driving test, it might help people that are actually just looking for that category rather than autism and anxiety and driving, because it's a totally different category, obviously. So yeah, moving on from that. Obviously, don't hesitate if you do struggle with your theory test. I've heard like a lot of people do struggle, but I was lucky and I passed my theory test first time, which I'd have never have thought I'd have got through it first time. But because I so wanted to be able to get on the road and so wanted to be able to pass my test as quick as possible, I literally was studying every single day. Every single night I'd study for like 3 hours, because I literally just wanted to make sure I could get my license as quick as I could. Because obviously I'd started to like drive and I just wanted to do it as quick as I could, so it could make it as cheap as I possibly could for myself. Because learning to drive is expensive as it is, let alone failing a theory test. But if you do struggle with your theory test, you can actually get like assistance if you have got a disability of some sort. So just talk to your local theory test centre and they'll be able to offer you advice. Because myself, I didn't have to use any of this, but my sister, who's also got like anxiety and autism related issues. She needed extra help with her theory test. She had to have a reader on that and extra time. And thankfully, the local theory test centre was able to accommodate that. So if you are in that situation and just feel you need extra help, just ask, because we all struggle. We all have our own form of autism. That's what everyone always says to me, even though I just feel it's a condition that I just have and a few others have in the world. But yeah, everyone has some sort of autism in them. So whatever you want to, if you've got any questions, just do let me know. Like, and don't hesitate about learning to drive, even if you have got anxiety or autism. Thank you very much for watching. Any questions?